Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 6. I hope all of you had a nice break for the Thanksgiving holiday. I don't know about you, but at this time of the semester, I'm feeling a lot like my sloth friend behind me here. I'm really excited that we're nearing the end of the semester, but I think we're all probably wondering how we're going to make it through the next couple of weeks, but we will. We always do, so we will, and it will be fine, and then we'll get a nice break before the spring semester starts. I wanted to talk a little bit about the annotated bibliography assignment that's going to be due this week on Wednesday, December 1st. This is the next big assignment that's very similar in nature to the selecting sources assignment that you did and the drama evaluation assignment that you did. You're probably going to be drawing on some of the work that you did in both of those previous assignments, especially if you've determined that you can keep the same sources for your annotated bibliography assignment. But for many of you, you're not going to be able just to cut and paste from those previous assignments for the annotated bibliography assignment. You're likely going to have to build on the work that you did in those assignments. So what I'm going to be looking for in this assignment is that you've had actual real engagement with the source. I know some of you are including books, so I don't expect that you've read the entire book, but that you've taken time to go through the book and through it and understand what's in there. Who's writing it, the sources that they're relying upon, whether or not it's relevant to your topic. Furthermore, relevance is of course important, and that's something that you've done a good job of addressing throughout the assignments in this course. But specifically, I want to know how this source helps you to advance your research question. How does this source help you to understand or answer the research question that you've posed in this course? So that will be important to articulate. Don't forget that it's really important to share details, both in terms of your thinking, but also how you're arriving at particular conclusions. So for example, if you say that something isn't biased, I'd like for you to give a sentence or two about why you think that's the case. What evidence are you using? If you say that a source is accurate, you need to be able to back that up with some evidence. Okay, how do you know that? It's one thing when there are no grammatical errors or spelling mistakes. I think there are probably some in some of the articles that I've published throughout the years, but that's okay. But whether or not a source is citing sources and taking a look at some of those sources to make sure that they're legitimate sources and that your source is actually using those sources appropriately in the text of the source. So again, it's going to be really important to provide detailed thinking and specific evidence that supports the statements that you're making. Of course, if you have questions at any time, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm here for you. And I'm really looking forward to seeing your annotated bibliography assignments. Again, you all have posed incredibly important and interesting questions related to college student success. And so I really think that these assignments for me as an instructor are fun to grade because I learn right along with you. Take care, everyone. I'll talk to you soon.